Hey, welcome to a brand new edition of The Rundown with Ramon. My name is Ramon Ray, publisher of zoneofgenius.com. All I ask is 30 minutes of your time to give you the top 10 tips you need to know to live your best life and or grow your business. Welcome to another edition of The Rundown with Ramon. How you feeling today? You feeling all right? You feeling good? Did you wake up feeling great? Did you wake up feeling you know what? That's okay. Hopefully this next few minutes together, you'll feel woo and not as we go through the rundown with Ramon. My name is Ramon Ray. Started 5 companies, sold 3 companies. And if you want to connect with me, reach out to me. Do so on Instagram, Ramon Ray Smart Hustle, Ramon Ray Smart Hustle. Well, let's get with it. Dive in the top 10 things you need to know to live your best life or grow your business on The Rundown with Ramon. Remember, you can check out zoneofgenius.com if you're liking these tips and insights on small business success. Here to help you. So with that, let's start The Rundown with Ramon. Ding, 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 ding. Tip number 1, startups are growing beyond Silicon Valley. I think this is interesting. Historically, there's been so much startup growth in the far West Coast, in California, Silicon Valley, of course, New York City, Silicon Alley, and different hubs. But this research is saying that, startups are growing kind of all over the US of the USA. And I think part of the reason is expenses are in the far West Coast or East Coast cities and other things, but there's hubs of opportunities in Athens, Georgia, for example, and Atlanta. Hubs are starting there, and other places are happening. Some 1.6 million new businesses were formed in 2023. The entrepreneurial surge came in 2 phases. The first was in the 2020 era when COVID-19 left people with time on their hands, says this article in the Wall Street Journal. And there's other ways that this startup success has come as people have lost their jobs, been fired from their jobs, looking for new opportunities for freedom and fleeing the high cost of coastal housing. When you think about the far West Coast, far East Coast, those coasts are a lot more expensive. But you think about the inside the USA, Minnesota, Austin, anywhere else in the USA, there's hubs of startups happening. And I think the advancement of digital technology has made it possible as well. Davis doubts he would have left his high-paying job at Microsoft to launch a startup in Seattle. You think Microsoft is the place to be, and it is a great company, but more and more people are saying, let me try this entrepreneurial success. A few years ago, says the article, Kevin was a research engineer at Georgia Tech, the university's nonprofit applied research organization, where he worked on robotics. When the pandemic hit, his lab went remote. The lack of community interaction with students gave him time to reflect. And he said, you know what? Maybe I can do something different. And he had an idea. So my point being, don't just think that if you have a startup dream, you can only do this in one place. You can only do it in California. You can only do it in New York City. No, you can build a thriving startup as many others have other parts of the USA as well. And I'm curious, by the way, have you done a startup? Have you built something outside of one of the coastal cities? DM me on Instagram. Let me know. Ramon Ray Smart Hustle, Ramon Ray Smart Hustle on Instagram. But the point here is that startups are thriving. Startups are growing. Venture-backed startups and others are growing. And it's not just in the coast. And I think this goes to teach you that also you can get great talent from other places, not just the East and West Coast, not just New York City, but great talent can be all over the world. Ding, 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 ding. Again, thanks for listening to The Rundown with Ramon. Smart money choices. This is my reminder to you, to remind you to be very judicious with your finances, with your money, and make smart choices. The money we get, we have the choice how we can spend it. Yes, sometimes you may have things that happen that are not in your control, but if you would have made a decision to save that money, you would have a little rainy day fund. So we all have choices we can make in how we choose to spend or not spend our money. And I would encourage you, if you're single, it's just you. Talk to family and friends. If you're married, you got a spouse, you got a partner, talk to them. But in order to be where we want financially, we often have to make smart choices about how we spend, how we save our money. It is a choice we get to make. When I first was married some years ago, I had high college debt, as millions of Americans have. Thankfully, that debt is gone. But debt will keep you locked in. There's some things that we can all do to be a lot smarter with the money we have. Are we investing it? Are we saving it? Are we putting into things, especially those of us who have a business, putting into something that can give us a ROI, a return on investment with the money that we have. Again, everybody, my name is Ramon Ray. This is The Rundown with Ramon. I'm glad you're here with me today, because if you weren't here with me today, it'd be a sad show. There'd be nobody watching it. So don't forget to make those smart money choices. This is interesting. I am not making this up. Hold on to your seat. I am not making this up. South Korea has announced special Hallyu visa. I don't think it says hallelujah. Hallyu, Hallyu visas for K-pop fans. The Hallyu visa, or K-culture training visa, allows non-Koreans who register at local performing art academies to stay in the country for up to 2 years. Who knew? There's a special visa. The Koreans want you to come to Korea and understand the culture more, and invest money in the economy. And they're saying, great, you register with one of our local culture centers, you can stay for up to 2 years here in Korea. I'm sure you got to pay for your housing and your food and all that, but you can stay in Korea. Interesting. I don't know. People are flocking to Korea and doing that, but it seems like they want to attract students there and others who are in the culture vibe, or who just like K-pop or K-drama. So I'm curious, what do you think? Would you want to move to Korea, South Korea, it looks like here, and move there and have a lifestyle there? DM me on Instagram. Let me know what you think. DM me the word maybe Korea or something like that, or let me know. Or maybe you're in Korea and you're doing this kind of experience. Let us know how it is for future editions of The Rundown with Ramon. But yeah, I think I'd love to go to Korea and check it out and see how that may be. There's a whole series of K-drama and K-movies, just like there's Bollywood, and I'm sure all kind of different cultures have their movies, but the Koreans have a lock on their entertainment sector and cultural sector as well. Ding, 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 ding. Moving forward here, are you tracking the customer experience? Customer experience, how you make the customer feel, is so very important. Yes, price is important. Yes, other things are important, but also how are we day in and day out making the customer feel? This is important to understand. Wall Street Journal talks about how brands can connect marketing to the key performance indicators to business objectives. Marketing is not just something you have to throw away and hope for the best. But marketing can have a real benefit and real role within your business, something you can measure. Simple things, especially for us small business owners, simple things like asking customers, how did you hear about us? Asking customers, how was your experience? Take a simple survey. Asking customers, how can we do better? Measuring metrics. Do people like the little new doohickey thing you put on your website? You who are in a physical retail store, do they like the new mat that you have? Have you noticed customers looking down and smiling? Do they like the fragrance? Many good hotels, Marriott and others, have fragrances in their hotels. So my question to you is, not only are you delivering a great customer experience, but I'm curious, are you tracking it? Are you tracking it? Don't I ask you, how do you like the Rundown with Ramon? How can we serve you better? What do you want to hear? What insight do you want to know in your life and in your business? It's an important question to ask. If you don't ask, you won't know. Well, let me rephrase that. Sometimes people will tell you without being asked. But this is important insight to understand. Asking people, understanding marketing is not something you have to throw, but you can measure your efforts. You can track your efforts. You can measure email open rates. You can measure social media engagement and more. It's a real thing to measure. And I want you to ask yourself, how is it working for you and your brand? Don't just throw money down the hole. Don't just burn money, but wonder, how can it really be something to power your brand? Ding, 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 ding. This was interesting. My Phil Gerbishek has this quote from Katie King. I'm going to put it full screen here. AI doesn't replace strategy. It complements it. You still need to understand your customer, their challenges, and how your solutions can uniquely address their needs as Katie is being interviewed by my friend Phil Gerbishek. Listen here. This is what I want to share with you. The AI, as I've said in episode after episode, revolution is here. You have a choice. How do you leverage AI for your business? Some quotes from Phil Gerbishek's article with Katie says, the only people that have imposter syndrome are people who are competent. Idiots never think they're a fraud, says part of the interview he has. And AI is changing the game in every industry, and we've got to keep learning. Whether you've just graduated or have been in the field for 30 years, AI is reshaping our understanding and approach. It's important we as entrepreneurs, we as business owners understand and value the role of technology in society and in life in business. And I'd like to know what you're thinking about this important topic. DM me on Instagram, Ramon Ray Smart Hustle. This is a real thing. Are you going to let tech overwhelm you? Let your competition leverage the power of technology? Or will you see it as an intrinsic asset in your business to help you grow and get to the next level? I know you're trying, but you got to keep trying and get help. One resource I developed, zoneofgeniusexperts.com, zoneofgeniusexperts.com, a whole slew of experts that can help you with these things and more. But I encourage you, I beg you, don't sit by the side of the road like a forlorn puppy and not leverage the power of technology. AI is not a fad. AI is a real thing that many people are using to transform, to take their business, to take their lives in some cases to the next level. And I encourage you to think about that as well. Note this quote again from Katie. AI doesn't replace strategy, it complements it. You still need to understand your customer, their challenges, and how your solutions can uniquely address your needs. I encourage you to harness AI for good. Harness AI and other technology tools for your business to help you save time, save money, increase productivity, better communication and experience for your internal employees and for your customers externally as well. Do this and do it today. My name is Ramon Ray, publisher of zoneofgenius.com, and this is The Rundown with Ramon. Ding, 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 ding. New Vans Shoes CEO, how to revive a brand. Many of you know the brand Vans. Well, there's a new CEO of the parent company, and I thought it was interesting how he was brought in to revive this brand. His name is Bracken Darrell. And it's interesting that you have brands that kind of go out of falling over the years if they're not, kept up. Darrell is 60 years old, and he joined this company called VF, which is the holding company, I guess, or the main company of the Vans brand, of the brands they own. And what he's doing to fix VF and to turn around Vans, as he's done many times in the past for other companies. Vans was designed their shoes in the 1970s, and it was a popular brand with skateboarders and others, but things have gone to the side. Other brands it has are Kipling, you may know, Eastpak and JanSport, kind of luggage and backpack brands that they're putting up for sale as they're cutting expenses. And so what's Darrell going to do to help turn around the company? What's he going to do? What are things he's going to do? One is to bring back the mojo, to let management, to let leaders explore and be a little more free to handle their own marketing, their own production, not to be so on them. It says here, as the center became more bloated, resources were diverted from the brands, according to his slide deck. So the part of the company, it says that as Vans became profitable and grew, some of the profits were diverted. Nah. So Darrell says, I can come in growing here in Owensboro, Kentucky, and what can I do to help change this amazing brand? He's walking around, going in the cafeteria, talking to customers, giving employees his business card with his phone number on it. And he says here, he also helped to turn around Logitech, which he ran for a decade. He penned a Dr. Seuss kind of like poem, said the Wall Street Journal. The secret to success, avoid it. It reads in part, success makes you fearful of losing your place, of gambling with stature, of losing your face. Darrell said Vans, which was founded in 1966, became too reliant on 5 classic styles that it has sold since its infancy. It became too reliant on classic styles and wasn't able to refresh itself and go forth. The classics are made much the way they were at inception, by gluing the upper part of the shoe to the flat rubber sole. That method still resonates with the skateboard crowd. But the key is you got to do more. He's saying he's pushing executives to move faster, to churn out new styles that are more in tune with current trends. Listen, people, there's a lesson here for us. Vans is a multi-trillion, billion, whatever it is, brand. Daryl's helped billion-dollar companies. That may not be you today, but there's a lesson here. What are we doing to be fresh? What are we doing to be relevant? What are we doing to take our businesses to the next level? What are we doing to have our customers still want us day in and day out? Daryl's doing it. What are you doing? What are you doing? Are you keeping your head in the sand of irrelevancy? Are you keeping your head in the dark of let me think it's going to go away? It's not. The drumbeat, boom, 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 boom of the market is going to continue on and on and on and on and on. The drumbeat of the market is out there. The question is, are you following it? Now, sometimes you can be a trendsetter, aka Steve Jobs. Sometimes you can break the mold, like Starbucks has done, like Nike has done, other marquee brands. But sometimes the market is right, and it's time to understand where the market is going, and are you going to be a part of that and go forward, as Wayne Gretzky, famous hockey player, said to know. I want to know where the puck is going, not where it's at. It's a choice we get to make day in and day out every single day. How will we respond to the market? Or is the market going to always be, are we going to respond to the market? Or are we going to let the market crush us and make us irrelevant? As Kevin O'Leary, Shark Tank, would say, crush us like the cockroach you are. That's the question I want you to ask yourself as you're thinking of taking your business to the next level. We don't deserve to be in business. We don't deserve to grow a business if we don't put the work in to take it to the next level, people. It takes work. It takes consistency. It takes perseverance. And my friend Lamar Tyler says, consistency is the name of the game. Consistency, consistency, consistency. This is what it takes. Consistency. I know many of you have that. Many of you may not. But I think it was interesting how the Vans CEO, or VF, the CEO of many brands they have, I guess, in that holding company, is growing the business and doing things. And it's time for us to do that as well. The economy is not going to wait. The marketplace is not going to wait. In fact, it can be very, very unforgiving. But we have a choice. We're going to do. How did this resonate with you today? What I told you today, what I was sharing with you, how did this resonate with you? Was it helpful for you? Did it grab you? Did it excite you and help you want to get to the next level? DM me on Instagram, Ramon Ray Smart Hustle. Let me know what you think about this. Have you been caught sometimes in an unforgiving market? Sometimes where you haven't focused the way you should and the market just bowls you over? Let me know what's going on with you in your world. Ramon Ray Smart Hustle. DM me, direct message me on Instagram. Ding, 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 ding. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Have you ever wondered how many of these companies that are out there selling things for so cheap? I wonder sometimes. You have many of these Chinese companies from Shein, Shein, and Temu, and how they're selling things so cheap. Well, there's just one thing and one thing alone, and I want to bring this to you because the lesson learned for all of us, the profit margins are razor thin. Razor thin. And that's their decision. That's what they can do. So I don't want to focus on them because I'm here for the small business person. But I want to encourage you. We can't afford to have thin profit margins. As we're growing our business, as we're taking things through the next level, what are we going to do to grow our businesses? What are we going to do to live the lives we want? And part of that, as my friend Mike McCallum talks about, is having a healthy profit. Why do we want to have a healthy profit? So we can live the life we want, so we can provide for our families, so we can make the world a better place, so we can have generational wealth. This doesn't mean everybody has to be a billion, zillion dollar rich person. But this does mean maybe it's time that we raise our prices. Maybe it's time that we're more profitable. Maybe it's time that we do things a bit different so we can have a bit more money for our children, have a bit more money for our church, have a bit more money for our community, have a bit more money for ourselves, have a bit more money to expand our business, to hire more people and change somebody else's life just by hiring more people. It's a choice we get to make. And you think of these big billion-dollar e-commerce brands and et cetera, how are they selling prices so cheap? Well, because they're cheap, because their profit margins are low. But we smaller businesses don't have to sell and be the cheapest vendor, as my friend Seth Godin talks about. Ding, 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 ding. Point number 8, how to network better and better. Networking is so important, I find. It's absolutely important. Networking can power your business, power your brand, and take it to the next level. The question I want you to ask yourself, are you willing to do that? Are you willing to network, as Julie Loken writes, and take your business to the next level by networking better? Sometimes we're so needy. Here's my business card. Here's my business card. Maybe I don't want your business card. Or maybe you say, can I have your business card? You haven't even introduced yourself to me. I don't even know who you are. It's an important question to ask. How can I take my business to the next level? And part of this is networking. Julie Loken talks about building relationships on social media. Comment on other people's posts. Like other people's posts. Share other people's posts to your networking friends. Don't just make it about me, 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 me. Don't be selfish. Make it about them. This is so important. Connect and network. And it's a little bit give and take. You do for them, they do for you, some degree. But sometimes you can do things just because you want to do it and wait and see serendipitously how the world turns your way and smiles at you and gives you back. Do you have your pitch downright and solid, says Julie Loken? Do you know how to articulate your brand or service in 2 sentences, she writes. This is so important. Are you actively listening to other people, or is it all about you? Meetup has been around for ages, but Julie talks about Meetup is still popping to meet in person. And don't forget the aspect of live networking. I was at Gary Vaynerchuk's, where she references VCon and other events I've been at. Networking is part of the game. Networking is how you grow your business and take things to the next level. Some of you are shy. I know. Some of you are shy like Ramon. I don't like getting out and about and meeting people and saying hi. All you shy people, DM me right now on Instagram. Let me know if you're shy and why you're shy and why you think you can't get out just a little bit and make the world a better place. Get out just a little bit and say hi. Just get out just a little bit and meet somebody, a little bit. Networking's good to do. I understand it may be stressful for some of you, but it's a good thing. Get out and about and make the world a better place. Get out and about and grow your business. Get out and about and find your next employee. Get out and about and find your next partner. Get out and about and find your next vendor. Get out and about and find the next vendor who can help you in your brand. Networking is important. Let me know what you think about networking. DM me on Instagram, Ramon Ray Smart Hustle. Listen, my name is Ramon Ray, and this is the Rundown with Ramon. So glad you're here with me today. Publisher of ZonersGenius.com. Started 5 companies, sold 3 companies, authored 5 books here to serve you. 30 minutes is all I have. 30 minutes. To give you top 10 tips to live your best life or grow your business. Ding, 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 ding. Tip number 9, financial mistakes to avoid. Finances are important. Money, 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 money. When you die, what happens? Do you have insurance? Did you know that when you get $1, there's a tax bracket you're in, you owe taxes to the government for your trash, for fire and safety, for your military, for the services they provide? You owe taxes. You get credit card bill, you just paying the bare minimum. That's the way to stay in debt. Do you have financial goals? Do you have goals you want to accomplish? Or are you just meandering around? Have a goal. Have a plan. Ding, 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 ding. Moving forward, point number 10, should you gamify your workplace? I thought that was pretty cool. Listen, we all like to laugh. We all like to have fun. Let me know if you like to have fun. What's your favorite game? DM me on Instagram your favorite game. Let me know what your favorite game is. DM me on Instagram, Ramon Ray Smart Hustle. Let me know. But you want to make the workplace fun. Listen, we have team in our company. They're remote, but we have fun. We have a good time. We have team meetings. Think about how you can do that for your business. Is it time for you to add more fun to the financial side of your business, or is it just dreary and serious all day long? Think about what you can do to have more fun, what you can do to make a difference in your company, in your team. Think what you can do. Listen, everybody, my name is Ramon Ray, and this is the Rundown with Ramon. I'm so glad you're here today. I want to encourage you, A, to like the content. Life. Remember, I want you to think about this, to be clear on what you really, really want in life. Be clear. Know what you want and know what you don't want. Ask yourself, do you want to be in business? Understand and ask yourself, can you still cheer yourself even though there's no outside external force, there's no music or soundtrack, there's no commercial break like Shark Tank? Are you even hungry enough to be where you want to be in life and business? Are you hungry enough? Think about it. Think about it. The pricing that you have, is it premium or cheap? What's your pricing like will determine where you're going. And last but not least, ask yourself, what do you do best? The world needs the best of you. What do you do best? Listen, everybody, my name is Ramon Ray. This has been the Rundown with Ramon. You can catch me on Instagram, Ramon Ray Smart Hustle. DM me. Let me know what you like about this episode, what you can do better to serve your needs. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. Go make a difference in the world. Somebody out there needs you. I'm talking to you. Somebody out there needs you. Go make a difference. This has been the Rundown with Ramon. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Be blessed and have a fantastic day.